arguments for why killing the human being that is in the womb is cool.
Okay.
And good.
Okay.
And fun or something. Anyway, the first one is heartbeat. Okay. So at some point the human being gets a heartbeat inside the mother.
Okay.
So, what do you think of that argument scientifically or according to Jesus?
Okay. All right. Scientifically, if we're talking about when does the baby have a heartbeat? Okay. So some will identify that as early as 5 or 6 weeks, which we see in some of the heartbeat bills that are been passed in our country in different states. Some of it will push it back to like 12 weeks. Others will push it back even further than that.
Okay.
And so it kind of, because it begins to determine, so in other words, there's an argument of even what's a heartbeat.
Oh, okay.
Because if it's, that's why this gets kind of crazy, because if it is just when you begin to be able to hear the beat, the rhythm of like basically electrical firing there within the chamber or within the embryo there, you're going to hear that really early. Okay. But the heart itself is not fully developed, like 4 chambers, until we're getting into our the mid-20s of weeks.
Okay.
And so is therefore that when the heartbeat is actually there, is when there's a full 4-chambered heart, right? So, right. So you can get into the nuances of this stuff too. Okay. I guess, but if you're asking me, is it at the point where we can hear a heartbeat that embryo or that fetus actually has life? Then I'm going to go back to what we just said a minute ago.
Okay.
Where human life is established at point of conception.
Okay.
All right. And so, and that is when that child should begin to be considered to have life. And so whether one defines a heartbeat at 5 or 6 weeks, 21 days after conception or later, my argument's still the same. Life's already there.
Okay. So then you would say the same thing about whenever the baby feels pain, because that's a different argument.
It's a different argument. Yeah.
For when we should be allowed to kill
correct
fetus.
Yeah, because even there you've got differing of opinions.
Okay.
So because some people will say, well, the child doesn't actually have pain pathways neurologically until like week 26 to 30, depending on the development of that child. And so until then it's fine, supposedly. Well, but then we also know that once you get in the second trimester, that the baby, and whether it's just sensing things, pain or not pain or whatever, but we know the embryo is shifting, moving when it begins to feel threatened. And so there's already a sense of movement there. And so I guess, so same exact argument. And so whether it's the heartbeat argument, the feeling pain argument, the viability argument, it's all, I come back to the same point. That there's already human life there. So that human life already has rights and values.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you think human life is important?
Very.
Okay.
In terms of human life.
I guess we should establish that.
Yeah, because I would say that human life's important, very important.
Okay.
Because human life is marked by having the image of God.